Fine. So today we'll start with this DSTLC, the software development lifecycle. So before that, we have to discuss about this one small query. So this is about that the real-time one. So basically, if you people want to start a business, so it is like any business. So what exactly we required it if we want to start a business? Yes, basically, assume it you are interested in banking sector. The ICICI people are not introducing any banking services till now. Now you are interested to start a business. So what exactly you required it? Yes, Amit Kumar Tower. Which is audible, right?
Yes, yes, sir, audible, sir.
Fine. So basically, what exactly we required it if you want to start a business?
So we require an infrastructure to operate.
Yes. So we require this, the resources, environment, capital.
Capital, yes, capital.
Nowadays, all the people are using the applications, nothing but a software. So here, if you want to start a business, you required one software for your business purpose. So you are giving some of the requirements related to your application. So you are giving some of the requirements. And you are giving the cost like 50 lakhs. This is your cost. So you need a project with the help of those requirements, and the cost will be like 50 lakhs. So in the market, there are so many companies are there. So like here, the IBM is there, the Capgemini, Infosys, Tech Mahindra. So here like Wipro. So the question is here like how the companies are going to be approaching to the customer, or how the customer is going to be approaching to a company. So this need to be understood. So basically, so coming to this, the IBM people are using this, the marketing team. So here to market their business. So at that time, this customer, so you are the customer, you heard about that the IBM is the one of the company. These people are going to be developing the application. And the Capgemini also same like that. Infosys also same like this. And then here the Wipro also same like that. So the customer is giving the quotation to the each and every company. So this is These are my requirements and this is about my budget, that is a cost. Now again, the company also going to be giving this quotation back. In order to develop this project, we are charging like 90 lakhs. So the IBM will charge like 90 lakhs. The Capgemini will charge like 75 lakhs. The Infosys will charge like 50, 65 lakhs. The TechM will charge like 55 lakhs. And the Wipro will charge like 45 lakhs. So here the question is, to whom we are going to be giving the project? To which company? So we are going to be providing it.
So whomsoever will be providing us the in less capital will give it to them.
Fine. So you are the customer, you are thinking it like whenever they are providing a project with a less cost, we are going to be giving to that company. Fine, right? So for
Yes.
example, the simple example, whenever we are purchasing a product from the market or outside with a less cost, we're expecting the quality. So we're not guarantee on the quality, may or may not be. So here in this situation, the customer is going to be starting a business, right? He need to be maintained that the quality application, the quality software. Then only he can sustain in the business. He can get the references, he can get the profits. If he was not maintaining it, then definitely they need to shut down their business. So here have to understand that the customer is focusing on 2 points. One is the cost, and the another one is that the standards which are maintained by the company. So here every company have their own certification, some standards. So like Six Sigma certification companies, so level 5 companies, level 4 companies like that. So they need to focusing on that. And here at the same time, the customer is focusing on their budget. Now, the customer is decided that the TechM is going to be maintained that the quality of applications and the budget will be also reasonable. He can bear like 5 more lakhs, but he cannot bear 65 lakhs like that. So he is going to be considering these two factors and decided to give the project to the Tech Mahindra. So this entire process is going to be called it as like software legal agreement. There is an agreement between the company and the customer. In simple way, we can define that this will be like the project biddings, about the biddings. So this is what happened initially. If anyone said that today we got a new project, so after completion of this, we are going to be getting the projects. So here we have to understand that. So got it right. This is how the agreement is going to be happened. So once it is done, the TechM got a new project. So what these people will perform today now, the Tech Mahindra people. So here coming to this people, so need to be understand that they need to start a meeting called the kickoff meeting. This will be called it as like initial meeting or the startup meeting. So why this meeting is going to be conducted? So to know that the complete information about the project. They need to discuss on the project and they need to decide this the project manager to whom it is going to be taken care. So coming to this project, what they are discussing means what is the cost, what is the duration, how many resources are required, what is an environment is required. So when we will start this project, when we have to complete it like that. So because in this meeting, all the high level people are involved. This HR manager, the finance teams, the quality team, the project managers, the team managers, team leads, delivery heads, every people are going to be involved. So now they discuss about the project, the cost, duration, resources. So everything they discussed and they decided to give this with the project manager. For example, there are two people are having it in a company, two project managers. One person is having this two projects. The first person is already assigned. Second person is having this only one project. Now this project is going to be assigned by this to the second person is going to be given into the CEO. I'm ready to take over the project. So this is how this kickoff meeting will be conducted. They need to discuss about the project. They need to discuss about to decide this who is going to be taken care of this project. The project manager, they will be decided. So after completion of this, now they will start developing this the application. So here we have to understand that we need to decide that. So the concept of SDLC, the software development life cycle. So basically, we need to be understand that how the application is going to be developed in the real time, what the people are going to be involved, and what are the roles and responsibilities related to the each and every person. So now here, this need to be focused. So here we have to go for this to develop an application and directly it is not going to be implemented. So first we need to gather the requirements. The requirements need to be gathered from the customer. So who is the responsible for that? The business analyst person is responsible for gathering information from the customer. So he is going to be taking an appointment from the customer. On appointed date, he will meet the customer. So then, and he is going to be collecting information from the customer. Once he collected, all that information will be placed in a document called BRS document, business requirement specification document. It includes so all the requirements related to the customers. So once we place it, now the business analyst person will go through this, the requirements related to the customer, and clearly mentioning in this FRS document, a functional requirement specification document. So it includes the detailed information about this each and every functionality. So for example, if we go with that, the Flipkart application, there is one requirement like cart. This cart related information is going to be clearly mentioning in this. FRS document. It contains the detailed information. The detailed information about each and every functionality related to the project. So now what need to be understood here, to develop a project, so directly it is not going to be implemented. First of all, we have to understand this. We need to gather the requirements from the customer. So for gathering the requirement, who is the responsible for that? The business analyst person is the responsible for gathering the requirements from the customer. So this is what we need to understand. So now the business analyst person will take an appointment, an appointed date, he will meet the customer and he is going to be collected all this information, placed in a document called BRS, Business Requirement Specification. It contains that client stories are and user stories. We'll simply call it as like the requirement. Next. So again, the business analyst person will clearly go through these requirements and provide that proper information in a detailed manner in the FRS document, functional requirement specification document. So here, so once it is going to be gathered, next we are moving on to this planning. This planning or analysis already made in the kickoff meeting. The project manager, project lead, the team manager, the team leads are going to be involved here. So these people will prepare the project plan. And the test plan. They are going to be preparing it. So we already discussed about this. The project plan, right? In order to develop the project, what is the cost, what is the duration, how many resources are required, when we will start this, when to stop this. So all these things need to be understood. And coming to the test plan, to test that application, so here the testing, when we will start the testing, how many testers are required, what are the tools we are using it, when we will start this testing, again here, we're also going to be prepare a plan. So this is about that the planning phase. Once the planning is made, now they will go for the design here. They need to design. So coming to this design, the senior architectures or the technical people are going to be involved here. So now moving on to this, What exactly those people are going to be performed? They are preparing this high level design and low level design. So what is meant by high level design? The entire architecture of the application is going to be called as like high level design. So here we have to go like that, the entire structure of the process. Coming to the low level, the small functionalities related to the diagram or the project. Small fall requirement, they will have the diagram like this. Basically, if you're going to be constructing any house, there is a plan for entire house, and we have individual rooms. This will be called it as like the low level design. So the design will be prepared. So once the design is made, then they will go for the coding. So in this coding phase, what the people are going to be involved, the developers are going to be involved here. So what exactly these people are going to be performing? So they are developing the code and converted into this the executable file, nothing but a software or an application. So this is going to be done by the developers, the coding people who are developing the code. Once it is going to be converted to this executable file, now that need to be tested. Here the testing comes into the picture. So here, once coding is done, application is developed, we have to perform this, the testing. So here the testers are going to be involved, and they need to test that the entire system or application. We call it as like system testing. So what exactly these people are going to be performing in this system means need to be tested the functional and non-functional requirements of the system. So in this training, we're more focusing on this, how we are going to be test this, the functionalities and non-functionalities, what are the techniques, what are the documentation we need to follow it. So each and everything we are going to be discussed in a detailed manner. So as a tester, we are involving in this, the system testing. So here we have to understand this, how the complete testing will be carried out for an application. So in a real time, that will be discussed going forward. So very important one for the test beds. So once it is testing is done, we will have this the final phase like delivery and maintenance. So here we have a separate team will be there, the production team. So these people are the responsible for deploying this application into the client location. They will go for the delivering the project. So this is how the application is going to be developed in the real time. So why we are discussing here means most of the people are having the worries. So we are going to be involved in the coding. We are developing the code, or we are developing the design. We are involving in the planning. Right? So here we have to understand that we are not the responsible for this design, and we are not the responsible for this coding. So we are not the responsible for planning. Okay. So that need to be understood. So only we are the responsible for performing this, the testing. So here we have to understand that once the application is developed, we are going to be tested it. have any questions here? The tester is not the responsible for code. See, they develop the card. Now the tester is going to be testing it by adding any product into the cart like that. Okay, that is the responsible for the tester. Say for example, I'm adding this to the cart. Now the cart will be added by one. I'm deleting it and try to increase the number. So this will be working or not. We have to test it. Whatever the language, whatever this logics they are going to be using it, we are not responsible for it. Only the thing is they are giving the instructions. Our duty is we need to test accordingly. So whether it is working fine or not, so we have to intimate it. So if it is working like this, then we can say it is working fine. Suppose if it is not deleting or not placing any order, then we can say there is a bug. So this is not going to be reducing the product size like that. So we cannot going to be perform the required action. So this is a defect. We have to resolve it. We will raise a defect to the developer. The developer will go through that. They can resolve it. And once they will resolve it, we need to perform the retesting. Whether the reported one is going to be resolved it or not, we need to validate it. So this is about that the SDLC, the development life cycle. So how the application is going to be developing a real time. So do you have any questions, queries on this? You can ask. Yes. Any questions?
No, sir. All clear.
Yes. Amit Matawar. So the testing will be very easy. So going forward, I'll show you the real time. I'll show you the requirement, how the requirement will be looks like. So we need to understand that. So before that, I'll explain one example. Just try to understand that. So you all are know about this Google Maps, right? So just I'm moving on to this maps. So this is a real time thing. Okay. Just understand it. So in this Google Maps, there is this, what all these indicate, the plus and minus. Do you have any idea on this? Yes, that is indicating like the zoom in and the zoom out buttons. So here, this will be like zoom in. The minus indicates like zoom out. So this is the one of the requirement in companies, how it is going to be giving it. So we'll describe it now. So need to be understand it so clearly. So here, observe it. This will be giving through tool basis. So there is a tool like Zero tool. With the help of the tool, we are going to be discussing here. The requirement will be given like this. See that the given just like a precondition, and when the required action, if you're performing any action condition, then what is the expected results? Then we'll be giving that the expected results. This will be call it as like the user story. So nowadays the requirements will be giving like in the user stories form in Agile methodology. We're using Agile methodology for the software development. So now how to understand that? See that any person go through that, they can easily understand this requirement. So given that user is on the map, when the user taps on the zoom in button, the map view is zoomed by level 1. So whenever this map will be reflected by level. Like that, we will understand by go through this the requirements. So given that the user is on the map, the user pinches by using 2 fingers, the map will be zoomed proportionately. Now we are using 2 fingers, we are enlarging it, we are minimizing the mini image. So it is a mobile application. So we are doing like this now with the help of the system. So on the touchpad, we are using 2 fingers. So minimize, so zoom in, zoom out like that. So we are performing it. And one more scenario, 3 scenarios are given in this requirement. So that the user is on a map, the user has reaches the maximum zoom level, the zooming button is disabled. Now I'm trying to clicking on this zoom in button like 10 times. For example, see it is grayed out. It is not going to be moved further. So these are the 3 scenarios need to be validated. Once they develop this, the application will test like that. So this is how we have to come to know that the requirements will be giving like that based on the tool. So tomorrow I will explain this from day 1 onwards. What are the activities? Once you got offer letter, from there onwards, what are the duties? What are the activities we need to perform it? So that will be discussed. Okay. So one by one. So now this is how the requirements of the user stories will be getting by the tester through email. Whenever they are assigning it, you will get an email. You are assigned to so and so task. So if you're opening the task, now you are redirecting to this, the Jira tool. There we have this, the requirement information. So we can go through this, we can understand it. So the requirements will be available like that. So clear? Any confusion on this? How the requirements will be there in the companies?
So we have to use this Jira tool always.
Yes, because nowadays the development will be happen by using this as a so people are using Jira, people are using Azure DevOps. Same flow will be there.
Okay.
That need to be implemented this as well with the Scrum. We have a Scrum model, we are using it. So what is this as well? What is the Scrum and everything we need to discuss in the coming classes. So here we have to understand that need
Okay.
to be described it. So everyone everything should be captured by using the tool only. Everything will be recorded. The work side that will be recorded, that can be accessed by our TL, the team manager, so they can easily understand that what this Amit Kumar is doing today, what are the tasks are allocated, what are this progress, how many are completed, how many are not completed. They will get every report as well. Suppose you have some test cases, how many are passed, how many are failed, like that also are going to be getting it. So a clear picture will be available. It's just like a server. They are documenting everything in the server. So each and everything will be documented. That need to be focused or understand. Next. So I need to ask one question for you people. Can you provide this, the difference between the project and product? So both are same or both are different? So why? Because till now we are discussing about that testing is nothing but checking the application and finding this defects. What is meant by a application or what is meant by a project? I'll give the examples as well. Just you can provide it. Which one is a project and which one is a product? Flipkart, the Windows OS. Among these four, which one is a project and which one is a product? Yes,
I believe, sir, MS Office is a product
okay,
and Flipkart, Window operating system is also a product.
okay. So you are saying like the MS Office and the Windows OS. Yes, that's will agree that. Yes,
SB
power and monitor.
and Flipkart.
These are also projects or products.
Sir, these are also products.
So those two are the projects and these two are the products. Okay. So why? Because see, basically, if we are developing a software application for a single customer, single user, only that person can access it. See, the Flipkart is, we are getting any money from the Flipkart? No, right? So the owner of the Flipkart is going to be earn the money. For their business purpose, they develop one application. So we are just using it so for our purpose, but If you want to start any business, they will sell this Flipkart to us. They won't sell it, right? Same like SBI. SBI, we cannot purchase that. We cannot buy it. We cannot sell it. Only we are the users. For our requirements, we are storing our money or we are doing some transactions like that only. But coming to this, the MS Office and Windows OS, so we can purchase it, we can sell it. Okay. An application is developed for the multiple people purpose. So here we can purchase that and we can sell it. This will become under the products. Multiple people can access it. It becomes under the product. So what is the difference between this, the project and the product?
Got it, sir.
Fine. So here the next thing is need to be understood clearly. The rules of a manual tester. So the duties of a tester, any company. So what are the activities we're going to be performing from the day one? So this will be discussed by tomorrow. And one more thing, coming to this testing, see, I have 1 year of experience. So you have 6 years of experience. Some other person having this 12 plus years of experience. So work side, no difference. So as a fresher, whatever I'm doing it, same work is done by the 6 years people and same in yes, like same work is done by the 12 years of experience people. So there is no much difference in the work side. So here we no need to learn any technologies in between that. We no need to upgrade to any new technology. We are not doing the upgradation in between that testing side. So if you want to work like a consistently, then we have to choose this, the testing. So no difference in the work side. If I'm putting this experience, I'm having 12 years, right? You are the fresher, you're also doing the same work. I'm also doing the same work. So everyone is going to be doing the same activities here. So that you no need to worry on the experience side. Suppose if you're putting this 2 years, 3 years, if you have a gap, if you're searching for a job, so here we have to easily apply for that and you can put it. And one more thing, sir, if I'm putting more experience, they're giving more work like that. So it is not like that. Everyone is working 8 hours in the company. Whatever the work they are allocated, that work is going to be done within this 8 hours only. So we are not work like more than 8 hours. Any rare cases, half an hour or 1 hour will be extended, not every day. So that will be, the work side will be like that. So tomorrow is the important one. I'll explain once you got a offer letter, what are the duties we are doing in the real company, real time environment. So how we are approaching it, communicating with the TL, where we need to communicate, everything I'm going to be discussed. We will describe it. So I'm stopping here today. If you have any queries regarding this, you can ask. Tomorrow we will be focusing on this, the duties or the roles of a manual tester. Yes, any questions from anyone?
No, sir.
Yes, submit for manager. Any questions? Fine. I'm stopping here today. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll focusing on the rules. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.